Okay. Holy moly, it appears that I'm live. It's been a bit since I've done this. Hello. All right, let's see if I remember. How do I add? Yes, here we go. Hi, everybody. I think this should work. Yes, 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 yes.
Congratulations.
I figured out how to do a live again. I'm
Yes.
at it. Thanks. Thanks so much for the support. And thank you to everyone tuning in right now for you don't even know why we're here.
I do, though. It is
Yes.
Learning Lots Tuesday.
Learning Lots Tuesday. Yes. For those who don't know, we started a podcast called Learning Lots. New episode came out today. It comes out every other Tuesday. So you can check it out on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You can subscribe if you want
Yes.
to get them. Do you want to talk
Um,
about the episode, this week's episode?
yes, this week's episode is Confidence, and our guest is Amy Poehler.
Who doesn't love Amy Poehler?
I certainly love
You
Amy
love
Poehler.
Amy Poehler.
I love her. I cried during the outro. I was so happy. They cut it down a little to not seem like I was crying quite as much, but you can hear it in my voice.
You were definitely crying a lot.
I don't know how to pin this. Apparently, we're supposed to pin this link.
Pin what link? To the podcast?
Yeah, but you can also find it in my bio.
Yeah. You can just check out Learning Lots podcast. I believe that's our handle. But listen to the podcast. That's probably more important than subscribing, but than subscribing to the
Lots. It's called Learning Lots.
your
Amy
favorite part.
Poehler. I met Amy when we were working on the house, and then she and I worked together again on a pilot that didn't get picked up, but it was a great pilot. I got to play a princess who was a devil. She was a terrible person. It was so fun. And Amy has just been an idol of mine and an inspiration of mine since I was a kid. I love her, and I feel really grateful that we have this relationship with her and that she came on our podcast and talked to us about confidence, which is something that I think she specifically excels in and had so much incredible wisdom to share about. So
Yeah.
I hope people like that.
Yes,
And
a lot of comments of people saying that they love our hoodies. Should we sell these?
we should. And I have a little sneak preview for people who want.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, if you have a sneak preview. They're so soft, by the way.
Ready for this?
I'm not ready.
Ta-da! We made t-shirts. We don't know how to sell them yet, but we will. We'll figure that out.
First things first, we made them.
But yeah, we get a lot of questions about these hoodies. Eventually, we're gonna have to sell the hoodies too.
Yes, exactly. And sweatpants, which I'm also wearing.
Love our sweats. They're good.
Yep. We also just want to mention, so we've got Amy Poehler. The episode just came out today about confidence. She has both been hugely impactful in our lives and has been a source of confidence from afar and also up close. And so I think this episode is another great example of why we started the podcast to begin with, which is just that we have the privilege of having conversations with really incredible people who have inspired us. And so we want to share some of the things that we've learned, and be able to like put it out into the ether so that you can listen to it and get a little taste of what it's like for us to have amazing people in our lives that we can talk to and learn from.
Yes, and if you haven't already gotten into our podcast, we have so many awesome guests and topics that we've talked about. We talked with Rob McElhaney about leadership. We talked with Rupi Kaur and Jimmy Chin. We talked with Glennon Doyle. We had an awesome conversation with her that has still influenced me. My favorite thing about the podcast is that we actually are learning a lot and then applying it to our lives. So there have been like a handful of little nuggets from the last couple months that have significantly changed how I'm going through my day.
It's true. Yeah, and there's one part of Amy's episode that I think about a lot. And then there's also some from future episodes that haven't come out yet. Um, I'm just gonna spoil that we interviewed Russell Wilson because I'm very excited about it. And it was really, that one was really impactful for me. Uh, and someone's asking the best time to listen to the podcast. Whenever you want, whenever it's safe to do so. I know some
Yeah,
people listen.
today's a great day.
Huh?
Today is a great day to start.
Great day. Right now is a good time if you're free and not operating heavy machinery. I'd recommend subscribe. It's a great thing. Oh, and also in this episode, Jesse tested out a new, it's called Learning Lots for the person who just asked. The podcast is called Learning Lots. And if I knew how to pin it, I would. Asking a lot of me to do a live right now. So it's more than I know how to handle.
We please send us suggestions for
We asked for
future.
suggestions. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if anyone has any requests or suggestions for guests or future episodes, we'd love to hear them.
Yes.
Our ears are right here and they are wide open.
Yeah, or you can comment on the Instagram page because we would love to hear more about the stuff that you're interested in. We had a great conversation with Bill Hader about anxiety. That was super impactful. And so it's definitely helped me a lot to sort of normalize some of these topics, in particular health conversations have been super helpful in recognizing that even people that we like idolize and think have it all together definitely don't.
Yes, especially Bill Hader. I'm just joking. He's got his shit together. He just was so open about his anxiety, and I think it was really relatable and lovely, and once again, something that we get to be privy to, and that we hope people are grateful that we're sharing this experience with them.
I just wrote Learning Lots podcast in the comments. Does that make it better?
You can find it wherever podcasts are found. Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, I think iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to your podcasts, we're there and we want you to join us. So please do. This episode, I really loved that Amy specifically talked about like shutting down interview questions. She gave us an awesome tip, which was to say, why do you want to ask that question? Which she's like, it buys you a little extra time and it gives the other person a moment to think like, why do I care about this? Or why am I trying to get this like hot take or headline figured out from this 5-minute interview that I get with this person? And I love that she said that.
Yes. And I mean, even if you're not being asked a question in an interview, I think it's just a good tip to have. If you get asked just something uncomfortable, instead of stumbling, you can just buy yourself a little bit of time and say, why would you ask me that?
So good. And this episode
segment, at the end of each episode, do you want to talk about it? Because this one is the first time you tried something new.
Yes. Well, with other episodes, we bring on a second guest to talk about the topic from a different perspective, or we apply it in an interesting way. This episode, I got to do this thing where I went and interviewed 3 of our friends' kids and asked them about confidence. And it was so fun and so sweet, and also really funny to try to get a kid to understand why they had to speak into the mic. There was this moment with Una where she was like, she has an alter ego called Super Una, and she was telling me all about Super Una, and while she was doing it, she was like running around the room, and I was like trying to follow her with the mic to get it into the mic, and I was like, Una. She was like, look, I can do that. I can jump off the bed. And I was like, that's great. It's a podcast though, so we just need you to talk about it. And then she would like lean into the mic. She's like, I can jump off the bed. And I'd be like, okay, once again, it's a podcast though, so let's just like say it calmly in a way that people are going to be able to understand you. She's like, I can jump off the bed. And I was like, oh God, I wonder if this is how directors feel with me. I was just like jumping around. And then like there was a moment where I had to like hold her hand and be like, because she was like tapping stuff. I was like, just hold my hand and just calmly say into the mic what you're talking about. She's like, I feel calm and comfortable. It was great. It was so great. And we talked to Story, who's our friend Sam's kid, and we talked to Calvin, who's our friend Rob's kid, and it was awesome. It was super fun and something I want to keep doing in the future.
Yeah, for sure. It was
Kids have such a great, and you talk about this in the
make it
podcast, but they have such a great ability to make things simple and like digestible, little bite-sized bits.
you make it more complex. They're just like, it's just this. It's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I loved that. Let's see. Why did we want to start a podcast? Well, because we love each other and we love talking about stuff, and I love the structure. Say that again?
We wanted to make t-shirts.
Yeah, we really wanted merch. And once again, like we get to have these awesome conversations with leaders and comedians and people we look up to, poets and adventure documentarians, and they're awesome conversations, and we felt like, why not record these? Let's be able to listen to them forever and be able to share them with people.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a true joy. So I hope that if anybody on this live didn't know, the podcast exists. There's episodes to check out. It comes out every other Tuesday. And I don't know if this
Should we
was fun.
should
We'll
we
do this.
teach our guests? We mentioned Russell Wilson. We've
Oh,
also
you want
got we've also got Jane Fonda on the horizon.
to?
We've got Jacob Tremblay horizon. Got quite a few. Oh, look who's there. We've got quite a few awesome guests coming up. So join now, subscribe. We hope you like it. And
Podcast, Spotify, subscribe. It's happening. If you
we
want to,
love you.
yeah, we're very open. We have a bunch of episodes ready to go, but we're of course going to be recording more. So if you have ideas, topics that you'd like us to learn, or people in particular that you're interested in learning from, please. We have an Instagram and at Learning Lots Podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, if I knew how to tag that, I would. And comment on there, and we are definitely listening. But in the meanwhile, I hope you enjoy the Amy episode and all the other ones if you haven't listened to the ones before, because they're good.
They're good. I'm proud of it. So it's time to join.
Join us. All
All
right.
right. We love you.
Love you. Love you, Jesse.
Love you, Brie.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.